Have you ever had that moment where you're dreaming big, imagining a better life, and telling yourself you're really going to make something happen? But when it's time to actually move, you kind of freeze. You think, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into another day, and another, and another. A lot of us fall into that trap. We feel ambitious. We talk big. But the action part, yeah, that's where things get messy. Let me take you to a small village. Quiet, simple, surrounded by green fields and tall trees. That's where a young guy named Amir lived. He was 25, full of dreams and full of big talk energy. Everyone believed he could be great. Amir was the only guy who could hype himself up real good. He'd tell his friends, one day, I'm going to be the richest farmer in this whole village. He'd say it with so much confidence. You'd think he already made it. People admired that spark in him. But here's the catch. Amir didn't like work. When the sun came up, other farmers rushed to their fields. Amir stayed in bed, saying he'd get up in a bit. When the men worked under the hot sun, he chilled in the shade, still talking about his future, but doing absolutely nothing to build it. He loved imagining success, but hated the grind it required. And honestly, that's where everything Amir's uncle stopped by. He was an older guy, wise, experienced, someone who had actually lived the hard-working farmer life. He looked at Amir's field, and it was empty. Rich soil, good land, zero crops. He asked, Amir, why is your land empty? You talk about golden crops, but all I see is dry dirt. Amir laughed it off. Uncle, relax. I'll start tomorrow. My field is going to be the best one around. The uncle sighed. He had heard that tomorrow speech way too many times, and he knew Amir needed a real lesson. The uncle reached into his pocket and pulled out 2 tiny bags. He said, these aren't normal seeds. He held up the first one. This is the ambition seed. If you plant it and care for it every day, it'll grow into a tree that gives fruit, shade, and wealth. Then he held the second seed. This one is the laziness seed. Plant it, and it grows fast, but it spreads weeds everywhere, ruining your whole field. He locked eyes with Amir. Your future depends on which seed you choose to take care of. Amir nodded, acting like he understood. But deep down, the next morning he didn't take it serious. And Amir told himself he'd plant the ambition seed. But he felt tired. He stretched, yawned, and said, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow turned into another tomorrow, and then another. Days went by. Finally, out of boredom, he planted both seeds. He shrugged and said, whatever, I'll figure it out later. Then he went right back to sleeping late, gossiping, and talking big. He completely forgot the seeds existed, but while he was chilling, the seeds were growing. Amir walked to the field, and what he saw shook him. The laziness seed had exploded across the land. Thick weeds, wild vines, everything tangled, everything ruined. And the ambition seed, small, weak, barely alive. It had almost died, because it never got water, never got care, never got attention. Amir felt his heart drop. His dreams, the ones he talked about every day, were slipping away right in front of him. The uncle came back, looked at the field, and didn't even look surprised. He told Amir, this is your life, son. Ambition is small at first. It only grows when you work for it, every single day. But laziness grows by itself. It spreads fast and destroys everything. Amir dropped to his knees. He touched the dying ambition plant, and tears filled his eyes. For the first time, he realized the truth. Dreaming isn't enough. Talking isn't enough. Only action keeps your... Amir couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about all the time he wasted, all the chances he threw away. He whispered, "If I don't change now, laziness will own me forever." And right in that moment, something inside him shifted. For the first time ever, he wasn't just dreaming about success. He was ready to work for it. This was the moment that would change his whole life. Before the sun came up, Amir got out of bed. No excuses, no delays, no tomorrow. He walked straight to the field and started pulling weeds. It hurt. His back ached. His hands bled. But he kept going. Day after day, he worked. He watered the ambition seed, protected it, and refused to give up. Slowly, the plant grew stronger. And so did Amir. Years passed, and that tiny ambition seed turned into a huge, beautiful tree, full of fruit, full of shade, full of life. And Amir, he changed too. He wasn't the lazy guy anymore. He became a farmer everyone respected. The guy who fought his laziness and won. And that's really the message here. We all hold two seeds inside us, ambition and laziness. Ambition grows only when you feed it daily, with effort, discipline, and action. Laziness grows by itself and destroys your dreams. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition. Pull out the weeds of laziness. Your future depends on it.